2024 Land Rover Range Rover Velar Review, Style Leader. Within the Range Rover family, the Land Rover Range Rover Velar is an impeccably attired luxury SUV that slots in below the pricier Ranger Rover Sport but above the Evoque. It's got the curbside appeal that many rivals can only dream about, while the spacious interior has upscale finishes and an upgraded infotainment interface this year. The driving experience isn't quite as alluring as the looks, however, especially with the standard 247 horsepower turbocharged 4-pot. The 395 HP 3.0-liter inline-six is much better, but even this engine is accompanied by a chassis that prioritizes a comfortable ride over sporty handling. Priced closer to the BMW X5 than the X3, the Velar also faces formidable competition from the Mercedes GLE class, and even non-German competitors like the Genesis GV80 will give the expensive Velar a run for its money. The Velar does, however, have more off-roading chops than these rivals, but is that enough to sway things in its favor? 2024 Land Rover Range Rover Velar changes. What's the difference vs the 2023 Range Rover Velar? For the 2024 model year, the Land Rover Range Rover Velar we review here comes with a handful of stylistic changes, such as a new grille, slimmer pixel LED headlights, and a new lower rear bumper complete with dark accents. As with the Discovery Sport, the latest Velar now comes with a new 11.4-inch floating curved glass touchscreen display. Elsewhere in the cabin, there are redesigned seats, new colors and materials, and the option to specify a leather-free interior. Promoting the impression of luxury is the latest active road noise cancellation 1 system, as well as an air purification system. Last year's HST is no more, but the range-topping model is now known as the House. The previous 335 HP inline-six engine has also been discontinued. Pros and cons. Debonair design still turns heads. Powerful 6-cylinder engine option. Long list of standard features. Upmarket and spacious interior. Comfortable cruiser. Base engine is a bit gutless. Expensive. Stiff competition. What's the price of the 2024 Land Rover Range Rover Velar? The price of the 2024 Land Rover Range Rover Velar starts at $61,500 for the base S model with the P400 powertrain. That's followed by the Land Rover Range Rover Velar Dynamic SE P400 at an MSRP of $66,600, the Dynamic SE P400 with the 6-cylinder mill at $70,600, and the Dynamic House P400 starting at a cost of $84,795. These new price figures for the Land Rover Range Rover Velar all exclude any options as well as the delivery charge of $1,275 in the USA. 2024 Land Rover Range Rover Velar handling and driving impressions. The new Land Rover Range Rover Velar SUV does a good job of isolating occupants from the noises of the outside world in a serene, relaxing interior. It doesn't cocoon occupants to the extent that a Range Rover does, but you're always aware that you're seated inside a proper luxury SUV. That said, the mostly controlled ride can sometimes be a bit firm over bumps, especially with larger wheels, but there will be no complaints when gliding along smooth highways. With standard all-wheel drive, the 2024 Range Rover Velar displays sure-footed handling and predictable steering. It stops short of delivering a truly engaging drive, especially with the base 247 HP engine, and some rivals like the BMW X5 showcase a more accomplished ride/handling balance. Still, the Velar is not a bad car to drive by any means, and it can be equipped with an electronic air suspension to further broaden its capabilities. With air suspension, the Velar has up to 9.9 inches of ground clearance, and the brand's terrain response system makes it pretty capable across a variety of slippery or more inconsistent surfaces. Verdict: is the 2024 Land Rover Range Rover Velar a good SUV? Like every other member of the Range Rover family, the Velar is a highly desirable luxury SUV that has the image and sophistication to justify its rather lofty price tag. It's not all flash and no substance, as the cabin is a lovely place to sit with its selection of tasteful materials and user-friendly technologies. We also like that Land Rover still makes many of its off-road toys available here, even though most Velars will probably never see a muddy trail. As the Velar straddles the compact and midsize segments, its price is, unfortunately, closer to midsize vehicles like the BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE. They offer more power and are dynamically superior on the road, where these vehicles will spend most, if not all, of their time. But do the ubiquitous Germans have the same sense of occasion as the Velar? Probably not, which is one of the reasons the imperfect Landy remains relevant in this corner of the market. What 2024 Land Rover Range Rover Velar model should I buy? The weak point in the Velar package is the base engine, and since every trim is well equipped, we'd skip the house and go for the dynamic SE with the larger 3.0L engine. It's hardly cheap at $70,600, but without any options, it has enough equipment baked into the standard specification to keep most customers happy.